Now, in our last session, we actually deconstructed the EAP framework. We spoke about expertise, the EAP, which stands for expertise, agitate, propose, right? It is actually fast, it is sharp, it is a tactical tool for lead generation. But what if your objective isn't just a lead? What if your objective is to build deep foundational conviction? What if you need to take a massive, complex idea like cinematic strategy, for example, and then you need to deconstruct it so that it becomes logical, it becomes memorable and ownable? For that, we need a different and a more powerful framework, and we call it the P.G.E.B.C framework. Protocol, the P.G.E.B.C protocol, P.G.E.B.C. Now, this is our protocol for narrative deconstruction, and in fact, it is the exact protocol I have been using in these video assets that you are watching or you are studying to learn our doctrine. Now, let's deconstruct that. Now, P stands for problem. You always start with the pain. You need to anchor the idea in a high-stakes problem that the audience is already experiencing. For example, brilliant ideas are failing. You are paying a hidden tax. And I'm talking about Doctrine 1, Doctrine 2, with these, like the early deconstruction of the doctrine, right? And then G stands for goal. Now, you need to articulate the desired outcome. What does winning looks like, right? For example, we want to eliminate the tax. We want to bridge the gap. E stands for example. Now, this is very critical because you must actually take you must actually make the abstract. You must make the abstract become real. You must make the abstract idea, cinematic strategy, become a real idea. So you need to ground the idea in a tangible, real-world example. And if you paid attention, which I believe you did, you will notice that I use analogies like a museum or a great museum curator or a master surgeon. So you must make the abstract concept or the abstract idea real. Now, B stands for benefits. Now, you need to detail the strategic benefits of achieving the goal. And this is the why it matters in hard, this is the why it matters in hard financial or strategic terms. For example, you stop leaking value, your fee becomes an investment, not a cost, right? And finally, C stands for concepts. Now, this is the final and even the most powerful step, right? So you must codify the entire solution. You must codify the P, G, E, and B into a single proprietary concept or name. For example, the curator's principle, the posture of the peer, the clarity tax. Now, why do we do this? We do this because when you name the concepts, you make the entire argument from the problem to the benefit, you make it memorable and ownable. Yes, you make it memorable and ownable. How did we come up with the clarity tax? The clarity tax, the whole idea behind naming the problem to be the clarity tax is to make it memorable and to make it ownable, right? So when you deploy this framework, I need you to know that you haven't just told your audience an idea, you have architected that idea and you have given them, which is your audience, a language to hold onto it. Now, this is how you actually build conviction.